Hi guys, this is your girl Justina, and today we are going to do our November budget closeout. Plus, we're going to look over our sinking funds and see how much we have saved this month compared to how much we spent. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so if you made it this far in the video and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Click the red button and the bell next to it so you can be notified of my next video. Comment down below and let me know how your November budget went. Alright, let's get into this budget. So if y'all need this November budget, it is on our Etsy shop at Blessed Legacy Studio. On our Etsy shop, just search that on Blessed Legacy. Alright guys, so as y'all can see here, I've already basically filled out all of our income, our bills that we paid, and our debts as well. I haven't filled out our cash envelope, budget, like actual, and our sinking fund actual. I am going to actually show y'all how much on here. So for our income this month, I hit it right on the noggin and we got $6,300 in our budget. So when you look at this, this is something that I didn't do, but if you have this template, you should totally do. Check these off, and so you know you receive those paychecks, and then you see this plus and minus row. You can put that whatever difference was in the budgeted paycheck and the actual paycheck, and all that was 0. So that is good. So let's go to our bills. All right, so for our bills, we paid all majority of our bills. We did skip out on some things, and you'll see them here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the plus and minus difference of each of these and check which ones I paid, and then we'll come up with the actual number and the plus and minus number as well. And so as y'all see here, I calculated the differences between the budgeted and actual, and now I'm going to go ahead and calculate the total expense for all the bills this month. So alright, so the number that I came up with, and I think this is calculated right, let me double check. 7, yeah, I think we got everything up in there. So the number I came up with was 2398, and I did round up on some numbers. So if we take the difference between the budgeted and actual, we will get minus 2,450. This is gonna be a positive number, so positive $52. We budgeted over budget, so that's pretty good. Okay, which will help in this section because I didn't budget for some stuff in this section, so we kind of have to compensate. So for this section, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing, check off the pay, which ones we paid, and tell you the difference So as y'all can see in this area, I did put overdraft fees. That was something extra I had to add on because I did go over. I got overdraft fees of $105. And we're going to work on that this month so we can avoid overdraft fees. I actually haven't had overdraft fees since September, which is awesome because I used to get it every month. This month I kind of messed up a little bit. It's alright, we live and we learn. And then I did forget one extra bill and I had to pay like a late fee or whatever. So this is a bill that I forgot about, but I went ahead and added it on. I paid for it and everything like that. So now we're going to calculate the total of, also, one more thing. I didn't pay the IRS this month because it like delays 1 month. So I actually don't have to pay it until January, or it delays like a month or something, they told me. But I don't have to pay it until January, so I'll start paying that in January next year. So now I'm going to go ahead and start calculating the actual and then show you the difference. Okay, so total I got that I paid in debt was $2,008. So I'm going to go ahead and calculate the difference. 2246. So the difference is negative. No, it's not negative because I did it backwards. So the difference is $238 that we over budgeted, which is totally fine. I actually like used it to go towards my sinking funds and my cash envelopes. I put in a little more than usual. And then also in the end, y'all see this new category that I have in sinking funds, which is a 1 month. And that just says that I'm going to use what I didn't use this month next month. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and, before we go into cash envelopes and sinking funds, we're actually going to input our bills and our debts for this month. So for our bills that we paid, we paid $2,395. Sorry, $98. And then for debts, we paid $2,008. So now we're gonna go through our groceries, our gas, our household, miscellaneous, parking, all of our cash envelopes, to determine how much we spent for each category. Okay, all right, and to determine how much we spent, we are gonna use our cash envelopes. Basically, we're gonna go in and look at our expense trackers that we have here and determine basically how much we deposited. So as y'all see here, I have these certain sections where I put DEP. So I calculate all of the ones that I actually deposited. I add them all together, and then I also, if I didn't actually spend the money on groceries or gas or parking or whatever the case may be, if I put it in a different category, like as far as like putting in maybe my sinking fund, and I hope this is making sense because this is how I came up with, this is like one way that you can come up with this. So like for instance, on groceries, I had $2 left at the end of my fourth paycheck, and I took that extra $2 and put it in vacay. So because I did that, that ended up going to the vacay sinking fund. Like, I mean, yeah, towards the balance of the vacay sinking fund. So that's what I did. So by calculating all this up, what I deposited and what was in there already, and then subtracting anything that I put in the sinking fund, that's how I came out with my actual for the month. If y'all want me to show you a different kind of way, especially a way using our templates, let me know down below and I'll explain that for my next month in. But this is one way that I did it, and I think it's like super easy because you just like calculate all the deposits and then look at what you may have transferred to a sinking fund to save towards, or you might have put in a different category. Maybe you have a debt category like student loans and you want to save it in student loans, put it towards student loans or something like that. That is how I calculated my actual for these categories as far as the cash envelopes now. Okay, based on that, I already calculated these numbers to save us some time, and I'm going to tell you the numbers basically. So for groceries, the actual for this month, I spent $503. So that's a $3 difference. We went $3 over budget. For gas, we did $2.50, so we were under budget, $50. For household, we did $45, so we were under budget, $5. For miscellaneous, we actually did $67, so we're over budget, $17. For parking, we did $50, and that's because we did another kind of form of parking that was a little cheaper. So that difference is $85. All right, so if we total up this, the actual, we are gonna get $915, which is under budget, and the difference is $120. So we're under budget on our cash envelopes, y'all. I had budgeted $1,035 and I only spent $915, which is awesome. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Everything we under budgeted, which I'm super happy. Like cash envelopes, bills, debts, everything was under budget, and I really love that for us. so let me go ahead and put the cash envelopes amount right here. So that's $915. Now we're gonna go ahead and look into sinking funds. So for our sinking fund for this month, now we did spend some money in some of the sinking funds, which is totally fine, and we'll go over that in a minute. So I'm gonna show you how much we have in our sinking funds for each category. But what I want to note is how much overall we have saved in our sinking funds. So to remind you, our sinking funds is emergency, vacay, house, birthday, and Christmas was our original sinking fund at the beginning of the month. And I just added 1 month, like as far as like being 1 month ahead or contributing something to the next month. I put this here because we did, when I calculated everything, which y'all see, there was extra. I mean, obviously y'all can see from like the differences from the budget and actual. We budgeted under budget on a lot of things. So because of that, I was able to put more money, which y'all see, in our sinking funds, as well as contribute to the next month. So let's get into how much we went over in our sinking funds, which I'm super proud of us for this. So for emergency, I originally budgeted $100, but your girl actually budgeted $160. All right, $60 over budget, okay? Which is a good thing. Okay, for vacay, we budgeted $200. And you know my birthday is in December, mid-December. Me and my husband is going on a little staycation to Galveston. And I actually budgeted $310 towards vacay. Perfect. So over budget, we went over $110. So, and I'm like, I know you're like looking at this and saying, I mean, it's showing that it's negative, but it's okay. That means we over budgeted for these things in this category, as far as sinking funds. So for house, we budgeted $70, and we actually have an actual of $93. So that is $23 over budget. Totally fine. For birthdays, in this category, I actually had to budget more because I forgot some of my niece's birthdays, and to contribute for the birthdays for next month, because we're not going to budget that much for birthdays next month because it isn't my birthday. So this in November, we budgeted $50, but we actually saved $90. So $90. That's $40 over budget. And then for Christmas, we budgeted $149, but I decided to take advantage of Black Friday. Made me save a lot of money. So because of that, I got majority of my niece's gifts. I have 3 more nieces to get, my parents, and then we're doing the exchange gifts with my siblings. So we actually budgeted $149, but because I got my nieces, the ones I got their gifts, because I got them on sale for Black Friday, we only budgeted $120 this month for gifts. So that leaves us with, we were under $29, which is totally fine. I got really good deals. So based on that, just based on that part, we're not gonna go to the 1 month over yet, because we want to see, based on the bills, the debt, the cash envelopes, and the sinking funds, how much over budget did we budget, or how much excess do we have from our income, because we want to contribute the excess towards our savings as much as necessary, and not necessarily putting in our savings, but helping us get to that one month ahead mark. Yes, I could have contributed this to debt. Yes, I could have did all those things, but I just, because as y'all see, like, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, y'all. Our first bill of the month is our rent, and our rent is a big, like, $1,135 of what we budget out for the whole month. $2,450. That's a big chunk. So I like to use whatever I have excess at the end of the month to go towards the beginning of the month, so it can be easier on our budget. So because of that, we are going to first calculate the actual for sinking funds. So I'm gonna put it right here, but we're gonna end up erasing it once we get our difference. So we budgeted our actual was $773. I really hope y'all are following me when I'm saying all this stuff. I really hope you are, and I'm explaining it well. Let me know down below. So we actually we actually saved in our sinking fund $773. So compared to what we budgeted, we over budgeted $204. So an extra $204 went to our sinking funds, our savings. So I'm gonna go ahead and put $773 right here. We want it to be a $0 budget. That's what we want it to be. So based on that, we are going to calculate, we're going to take our income and subtract our budget, our debt, our cash envelopes, and our sinking fund to see if we have a $0 budget. And if we don't, we want to know how much is left over so we can put it towards our 1 month ahead. So let's go ahead and calculate that. Let's get our phone. Okay, so we got $6,300 this month. Bills was $2,398. Debt was $2,008. Cash envelopes was $915, and sinking funds was $773. So for, if we calculate the income and minus the bills, the debts, cash envelope, and the sinking fund, we come up with an excess of $206. That's how much extra we have left over. So you're asking me, Justina, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to put it towards that? You're going to put it towards a bill? What are you going to do? So this is where our new 1 month category comes in to play. So this helps us be somewhat 1 month ahead because we have such a big bill at the beginning of the month. So for this month, we're going to go ahead because we want a $0 budget, guys. Like, we want a $0 budget. Why is this? Okay. So we want a $0 budget. So we're going to go ahead and erase this off. And for 1 month, we are going to put this to 06 because we want to be 1 month ahead. So this is how much excess we're going to put towards next month. So, or basically 1 month ahead. So it's $206. So now that we have $206, we're going to calculate the total right here. Plus 310, plus 93, plus 90, plus 120. Like, this is literally the only thing I didn't have calculated because I was waiting for all the bills to come in. But I knew there was going to be excess because of the debt situation. But total for our sinking funds, we saved almost double what we budgeted. But we saved $979. Can you believe it, y'all? $979. We're gonna put over budget this much, and based on that, we're gonna go ahead and subtract the 569 from 979, and that is gonna give, we are over budget $410, y'all. $410. What? I mean, it takes into place that we got the same amount this month, the same amount income that we were going to get, but we just paid a little bit less on bills. I over budgeted on bills. I over budgeted on debt. I actually didn't pay some of this debt. And groceries, we over budgeted. So that's how we end up with this somewhat excess amount of money. So that is how our November closeout looks. We did a really, really good job. I did want to go ahead and look into our sinking funds. Yes, I did spend some money in our sinking funds, and that is totally fine. But I did want to talk about how much, I mean, y'all saw how much I saved. I saved $979. this month. The only thing that's not in here is the 1 month ahead, and I'm gonna actually leave that in the bank for now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the bank for now. Let's see what we got up in here. So for emergencies, let's see how much money we saved overall. As y'all know, my first goal is to get at least $1,000. We're well on our way. I want to get at least $1,000, and then my ultimate goal is to get $20,000 saved. So let's see what we got here. We got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. So 160 we have saved in our emergency fund. Sorry if I've been sniffling or my throat has been like cracking because I have a little cold. Okay, so this is the big whopping one that we saved a whole bunch of money in, and I am so happy. This is our vacation. And just the fact that I saved this much, I know I'm gonna save. Like when we're done with this next month's vacation, baby, we're gonna save up in this emergency savings real quick. Anyway, so in vacay, we have 100, 50, 200, 20, 30, I'm sorry, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Lord, I'm still getting used to counting this money. That's 300. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 310. $310. I saved $310 for vacation. Can y'all believe it? And if y'all want to know, majority of the money is from like me saving it, but some of it came from like if I had excess in certain categories in my cash envelopes, as I was showing y'all earlier about the groceries, how I put $2 of the extra money I had when I unstuffed it into this envelope. That's what I did. I think one time I put like $20 or $40 from gas because we didn't go a lot of driving that week or whatever, but that really helped bulk up this cash envelope. So I mean this sinking fund. So for house, originally I budgeted I think 70, so 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93. $93 in-house. So we got a little more every category except Christmas. We got more, but it's fine. Black Friday saved me, guys. Well, it's after Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but take advantage of these sales if they have any more for the Christmas shopping. So Christmas, I did spend money in here, like for sure. As I said, I went Black Friday shopping. So let's see how much I have left. I am gonna budget. Well, y'all will find out next video how much I budget for December. I have like 3 weeks left to buy gifts. So, and my parents and my siblings that we're gonna do the exchange with, we're not doing that until New Year's. So technically I have the whole month to get their gifts, so I'm totally fine. So technically I gotta get like 4 more gifts. 20, 30, 40, 50, $51 left. That's how much I have left. I think I budgeted total 120. So I only spent like 70 something dollars on 4 gifts, and they were all toys. So pretty good, Justina. All right, and then finally birthdays. I had 3 birthdays this month, and I only have a 20 left. So this is for my one niece's birthday next month. That is for her. So I don't even have to budget anything for next month if I don't have to into birthdays. So that is how good I did in my sinking fund. Of course, next month, vacay will be gone. Vacay will be gone like mid-December. All the money will be gone because we're going on vacation, of course. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of new stuff going on next month. I am so excited. Thank you for all of my subscribers who subscribe to me. I really appreciate y'all. And if you made it this far in the video and you haven't subscribed, like, come on, subscribe so you can be notified when I do my next video. I actually love doing this. This is my first month doing it and I just love it. I love everything about it. So help join me on this journey as we budget my life away. We get some of this debt out of the way so we can hopefully get a house next year. We're praying to God that that will happen. We're putting that into the atmosphere and praying to Him and speaking it into existence that it would happen, that it will be His will. So until next time, guys, remember that you're blessed. Bye, guys.